writing the record books.
I try not to, pressure myself, but once I get onto the field, it's my job to score.
Living the dream on the pitch.
I think anybody who appreciates the game like I do should experience something like this.
And learning some dance moves from the Jamaican connection.
You have to have some fun while you're playing and enjoy it, and that's exactly what we're doing.
All that and much more coming up now on Red Bulls Insider. Hello and welcome to this edition of Red Bulls Insider. I'm your host, Tina Cervasio. We have an absolutely stacked show for you this week, and we begin with the new franchise leader for goals scored, Bradley Wright-Phillips. I recently had the chance to hang out with BWP and discuss his path to becoming the most prolific scorer this club has ever seen.
Plays to the cross, Wright-Phillips has got another! It will be goal number 59, and he becomes the Red Bulls' all-time leading scorer.
Well, Bradley, congratulations on becoming the all-time leader in goals scored for the New York Red Bulls. Let's go back to the record-breaking goal against Montreal. What do you remember about how that goal developed and what that moment was like when you realized you broke the record?
In the game, I was going crazy at those guys on the wings. They weren't crossing enough, and yeah, he put in a great ball, and I didn't have to do much. It's one of those ones you just glance, and I think my celebration was a bit, it didn't have much oomph in it, and I wish I had known more so I could have celebrated more. But yeah, great ball from Sean.
You've played alongside some great players who have helped contributed to the record, such as Thierry Henry and Sacha Kljestan, your current teammate, among others. What kind of an influence have they had in your career?
Yeah, massive, massive. When I got here, I always used to say when Thierry was here, I thought I knew the game so well. I thought I was, like a finished article almost. Thierry taught me a lot about the game. I obviously couldn't execute as much as he could, but he taught me another way to look at the game.
What can he do? That! It was splendid! No Thierry, no Tim, no problem.
You got to remember, when Thierry left, everyone was, saying, how's Bradley going to score now? Sacha's coming and, shut those guys up. He's coming, have to fill some big boots, and he's doing it.
Now, to get this record, you surpass a club legend in Juan Pablo Angel. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. Again, it's nice to be in a hat with these kind of names where it almost doesn't feel right. He's very famous for being good in the air and good play. He used to score beautiful goals, not just a lot of goals, like lovely goals. So.
Look at that move, Wright-Phillips in front, and there's another one. The brothers connect.
And you've also played with your brother, and in his very first time on the pitch as a member of the Red Bulls, he assisted on a goal. What was special about that?
That was a great moment. A few times we would talk about, when he finally gets his debut, if he could just get a goal, or imagine if you set me up and I scored, it would be nice, and it happened. So you could see the delight on both of our faces. I remember just, he was like, eyes were massive, mine were, just run up to each other. And yeah, it was a nice moment. Hopefully we can get a few more.
Any goals stand out? Is there a favorite one?
New England, a few seasons ago, I like that goal. It was a man down. And came back 1-2-1, and I got a decent goal with my left foot. That doesn't usually happen. And the bicycle kick against New York City FC. It wasn't the most technical one, but it was a nice moment, and it felt good at the time.
As a striker, as a guy who is a leading goal scorer, when you're on the field, how much pressure do you feel to score a goal?
I try not to, pressure myself, but once I get onto the field, it's my job to score. It's my job. They look to me to get the goals, and there's times in the season where you can doubt yourself. But, with the squad we got here, with the coaching staff, they make it easier, way easier for me.
So over the last 3 years, we've had a lot of the heel clicks. How did that goal celebration come about and become your signature?
I know, it's crazy. When I first got here, I was messing about. Obviously, I knew Ruben from Charlton, and I was messing about with him and Connor Lane, and we were just doing it over here. One day we were doing it, and they said, when you score your first goal, do it. And I done it, and then I realized people didn't like it, so I started to like it more. Some people would say, what are you doing now? What is that about? And now it's just stuck with me. Whenever I score, most of the time it's the first thing that comes to mind.
What kind of personal goals do you have set still for the rest of the season?
I want MLS Cup. I don't think I'll be happy, if we don't win that, because I've been top goal scorer. Not winning the MLS Cup, it doesn't feel good. You can take those accolades home, you get a few tweets and a few Instagram messages, or you scored this many, but it doesn't mean anything. Your team didn't win anything, so MLS Cup for me.
Bradley, as far as how Red Bulls fans will remember you, what do you want your legacy to be?
It's a hard one for me. I'd like to be known that when I went on the pitch, I worked hard. Obviously, as a striker, you always want to score goals. So if they remember me for scoring goals and working hard, I'll be happy.
Awesome, Bradley. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
And congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Coming up, the New York Red Bulls turn some dreams into reality.
It's a dream come true, to get be out here after the big Red Bulls win, play on the field. Just so happy and happy to be part of this.
Scenes from the inaugural Red Bulls Fantasy Camp, presented by Hospital for Special Surgery. Coming up next on Red Bulls Insider. Welcome back. If you're a Red member, then hopefully you take part in the Members Plus program. Red Bulls Members Plus is our way of rewarding you for your loyalty and dedication to the team. Through Members Plus, you can earn points for activities you already do, like attending games and other New York Red Bulls events. You can redeem these points for exclusive match day experiences, team merchandise, and much more. For more information on Members Plus and to become a Red member, visit NewYorkRedBulls.com. Last month, the New York Red Bulls held their first annual fantasy camp. The 3-day program, presented by Hospital for Special Surgery, saw fans live out their childhood dream of being a professional soccer player. The participants suited up, took lessons from first-team coaches, and even had the opportunity to play under the lights at Red Bull Arena. Take a look.
How are you guys feeling? Good? Tired?
Fantastic. Fantasy camp is basically an immersive experience that puts the fan in the shoes of one of the New York Red Bulls players for a couple days, and as close as we can get it to what their experience is like.
Forwards, that's your visual cue to then get into that loading.
I'm currently a season ticket holder, as well as always being a fan of soccer. I followed the sport now for over 35 years, and having the New York Red Bulls so close to home was just a dream.
There you go, and sprint back. Good. Now jog out, sprint back.
I think anybody who takes the game serious and appreciates the game like I do should experience something like this.
Yeah, much better. Good.
Today I come here, I see a lot of smiles on your faces. You guys are excited, you're ready to go.
If you grew up as wanting to be a professional soccer player, this is it. They take care of you here. The attention to detail is incredible, and it's an incredible experience.
Yeah, it's like a dream that you have as a kid, and then you're kind of like living it. Whether you're too old to be actually playing it, it doesn't matter. You're still living your dream.
As a coach, I think the best part of the whole experience has been to be in the field with Jesse March.
Once you put 5 consecutive passes, then you can go to goal. Yes, 1-0, play. One team down there put together a really good sequence that led to goal. I told them we have some scouts over here that came to, I don't know, are any of you under 18?
I mean, with all the little surprises that no one, I think, thought about it, I mean, it's something unbelievable for many aspects. I think it could be once in a lifetime, and I think it's such a big dream.
3, 4, finish, 5. Good Carroll, yes! White ball, play. There was a move over there that was very Mike Grella. That was not very Mike Grella.
This goes way beyond what we were told about it. So I recommend to friends, to any soccer fans, family members, but I think everyone needs to look at this as the perfect dream.
Enjoy your next 36 hours, have a good time. That's the most important thing, right? Is get to know each other, have a good time, and enjoy this process. So thanks for being good sports, a lot of fun. All right, guys, awesome. All right, good stuff, guys. Keep going, all right? We'll see you tomorrow.
Fantasy camp's about really two different things. One is that the pinnacle of that experience of playing on the best, soccer-specific stadium in North America and playing on the real pitch that the players do, but also about their preparation and gearing up to that.
Somebody had the rumble strip instead of a foam roller, so I can pass that around a little bit, try to limber up in here.
There was a lot of motivators for me. Not as young as I used to be. I wanted to make sure that I could still commit myself to an experience like this. And it's been far beyond what I ever expected it to be.
Expect to see some great play, some tough defense, holding back and then playing long.
It's a dream come true, to be out here after the big Red Bulls win, play on the field. And the whole organization has just been Class A from the beginning. Just really top notch. From Jesse Marsh taking some time to come out and some of the guys taking time out of their busy schedule to come meet with us. Just the whole staff from top to bottom. The marketing team, the training staff, just excellent. Just so happy to be part of this.
It's close. We've got to hold it together. We're exhausted after 2 days of nonstop action, and it comes down to margins like that.
This club is amazing. I mean, from top to bottom, left to right, everybody in this organization has shown us an incredible amount of just support, love. The littlest details they took into consideration. Every bit of planning that I could imagine that they would have done. They've gone beyond our expectations, I think. So I think all of us are really grateful for this experience.
Coming up, we get to know the men behind the head coach.
I feel like my job lots of times is to not let things slip through the cracks.
Chris Armas and Dennis Hamlett discuss their influence on the team next on Red Bulls Insider. Welcome back. For New York Red Bulls assistant coaches Dennis Hamlett and Chris Armas, the game of soccer runs in their blood. We recently spent a day with Jesse Marsh's right-hand men and learned how they prepare the team on the pitch.
What I'm learning, up close is how much goes into it for Jesse. If you're a head coach and you're an assistant coach, it's just, for me, two different approaches. I'm constantly trying to provide balance to what's going on.
I got 7 and 2 here.
So, Den, you can lay those two by the fields that we're going to play on?
Yep.
There's a lot of moving parts, with Jesse, because he has a million things going on in his mind. And sometimes I start at 6 in the morning when he calls Chris on his way in, and the wheels are turning. By the time I get in, and there's a lot of things that are up there, and then we have to try and figure out, okay, how do we deal with the things that are important and then kind of keep the other things on the burner?
You need at least 4. At least 4 to get everyone.
You probably
going.
do 4.
4 is good.
I expect a lot out of them. That's for sure. I'm sure it's not always easy. They'll tell you the same. I expect a lot out of myself. So that means a lot of days, a lot of my hard messages or big challenges fall on their shoulders.
Those right there for the outside back, front and back.
I feel like my job lots of times is to not let things slip through the cracks. And like the details. You counter press right away. It's the best time to win the ball. Catch it here and someone will be there. I feel like I'm trying to problem solve and the brain's moving all the time to just try to see how much can we help Jesse do his thing?
Move, Mike. Little movements, Mike.
Jesse's got a big personality, so we have to feed off what's going on and sort of pick up the little parts.
And sometimes in a team meeting, we've lost a few games, and Jesse will say, Chris, Dennis, anything? And I know it's not a question. It's say something.
We're all about winning, and so we worry about all the little details to make sure that our team comes out on top. You look at our team and the way we play, it's a makeup of who we are as coaches and as people.
I can go back to the first time I remember meeting both those guys, and it was when they were players, playing against them. And I feared them in different ways. I feared Dennis because I feared for my safety in the game, that he might kill me. And then Chris, I feared playing against him because he was such a good player. And then, I played with Chris. Dennis coached us in Chicago. Dennis became an assistant of mine in Montreal. So as soon as I got Red Bull, he was the first guy I thought of. And then Chris took a little bit more massaging, and I had to pull him out of Long Island. And it was a big ask for him, I think, to now step away from his Adelphi coaching job and join our staff here. But I don't think he's looked back for 1 second.
Good. Up now. Come on. Get up.
Dennis is a very driven, focused coach that is about staying on top of details to make sure that we do things the right way from a tactical perspective, from a mentality perspective.
That's it, Brad. How effortless can you be going through? How effortless?
Chris is a really good people person. He's good at relating with people. He's good at challenging them to be bigger and to be more.
Sometimes Jesse might come down hard on the defenders, and now I just got to make sure now, how do I pick up that piece and sort of continue that same message, but now just kind of make the player feel like, okay, you're on the right track now. He's looking for you to do this.
And then some of it's the other side of it. Maybe a more important side of it is just checking in with guys. It might be calling Connor Lade, hey, I heard surgery went well. It might be a guy who had a bad game and say, listen, let me tell you about some bad games. And then look, there's days we argue a lot, we disagree, and that goes with Jesse too.
Sometimes, the older guys say to Chris and I, you guys are like a married couple, That's how we are, because we're just trying to do whatever we can to make sure that these guys step on the field and be winners.
Bob Bradley told me once that the best leaders, when they step away, everybody else is ready to rise to the challenge. And I think that's a big compliment, I think, to what we've built here, is that it's bigger than any one person. I've said a lot of times that it's like 3 head coaches.
We love each other, I think, and we respect each other. And I think they're 2 great guys, and they're such competitors, I learned that day one from our fire days.
I have a 50-mile commute each way from home to work, and I love what waits on this, the end of each. The thing about family that is the best is the unconditional love. Like, no matter what, like, your family's got your back, and I feel that way with the staff. I really do.
In turning our eyes now to the USL, in the team's 2nd year, the New York Red Bulls 2 are in the midst of a successful season, having been the first team to clinch a playoff spot. Now, for head coach John Walnick, the team features 2 Jamaican players that are showing off their moves on the field in more ways than one.
Devon Williams, I play central midfield, and I'm from Kingston, Jamaica.
Junior Flemmings, I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. and I'm a winger / center forward. We used to play against each other in high school back home.
The soccer community in Jamaica is really close, so we know of each other, you know.
The school that Speedy went to, St. George's College.
The best school, by the way.
Now, Jamaica College is the #1 school. We have won more titles. So it's always been a rivalry between St. George's College and Jamaica College and stuff. Speedy was here in college, and I used to like text him and ask him how is it going over there and stuff while I was back in Jamaica playing soccer. And he shared some thoughts with me, like, okay, this is what you're gonna need to do, Junior. And we take it step by step. We came here, I saw him, we started to integrate together, and then we have a great impact on each other. We motivate each other, you know, and we both know each other. We understand each other very well.
It's great having another island man here with me, you know. It's great having another guy here. We can cook our Jamaican food. We sit around listening to Jamaican music, you know. He stresses me out sometimes, but it's all good. I still love him, you know. Like we're like brothers now, man. So it's good, man, you know.
Yeah. You can tell off the field that they get along very well, and you know, they're two fun-loving guys that put a lot into the game, and you know, they're great to have around. They bring a lot of energy, a lot of passion to the game.
Speedy's more of a touch player, you know. He likes to be on the ball, you know, with some very good passes. Whenever you don't have it, you're gonna be very aggressive to regain possession of the ball and stuff. So whenever he gets it, my head down, started to run, so I know Speedy's gonna hit that ball over the top.
When I look up and see him running, I just don't think about it. I just hit it over the top. And he's fast, so he's gonna get it 9 out of 10 times. He's gonna get that ball.
So whenever I get it, I just head straight to the goal. Just keep running. And then I just put it in the back of the net, and that's my job. And that's it.
He's a nightmare for defenders, that's all I have to say, man. He's a nightmare for defenders. Like, he's so fast. He's really fast, and he's, you know. And the great thing is he gets better every game. Every game he plays, he gets so better. So that's good for him and the team.
I just like the fact that they enjoy the game. They push hard, they work hard. When the results show on the field, you know, you got to express that passion and that enjoyment. So I enjoy the fact that they have fun with it.
Well, Jamaicans on the whole, we're very entertaining, as you can see. I mean, that's just our culture, you know, that's built in. So whenever we score a goal, I tell them, okay, let's go, this is what we're going to do. The next game, we're going to change the celebration, you know, just to entertain the crowd, you know.
It's called the LOL. It's a new dance in Jamaica, so we decided to show the world. He does like he lifts both legs up simultaneously. You go like this, 1, 2, and you push it back. So you go 1, 2, push it back. 1, 2, and you push it back like that, yeah.
You have to have some fun while you're playing and enjoy it, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Coming up, some Red Bull supporters take flight.
We get together for soccer games, but we're a family. This is just another way that we can get together, have a good time.
The Viking Army ships up to Boston for Red Bull Flutog. Next on Red Bull's Insider. Welcome back. New York Red Bull supporters group Viking Army SC took flight at Red Bull Flugtag last month. The yearly event challenges the brave to design, build, and pilot a homemade flying machine off a 30-foot-high flight deck in hopes of soaring to new heights, or more often, plunging into the waters below. Here's a look back at their journey.
How you doing, everybody? This is Kevin Webster. I'm with the Viking Army, and we're here displaying our entry for the 2016 Boston Flugtag. Some people love it, some people really get into it, some other people are like, why bother? Well, we bother because VA is a family. Sure, we get together to watch soccer games, but we like to do other things. And this is just another way that we can get together, have a good time, let our creative juices get going, and see what we can come up with. So this is our version of like a 1932 Ford, and our team name for the event is Grease Lightning. So we're kind of going to do a little skit with from the movie Grease when the guys are building the hot rod.
What could be Grease Lightning?
Probably seen some of the stuff we do in the arena. Well, we like to do a lot of cool stuff outside the arena too. And this just kind of showcases what we can do. Car is powered by Red Bull, of course. So we got 2 Red Bull cans, a couple flags supporting our boys in white. We're gonna be pushing this off a 30-foot high ramp. We gotta push it about 50, 60 feet across the ramp, and then it goes over the front. So the 5 of us on the team, we're gonna push this thing as fast as we can, and hopefully we go the longest, and that'll be first place.
He's gonna try to launch himself! Juan Travolta! They got some speed there, didn't they? Manpower was good.
You think certainly had the opportunity to propel themselves with a little bit of weight and moxie behind it right there. Over to the judges. What do we got? Hold up those scores high.
Yo, that was an amazing dive. I think he had as much confidence that was gonna fly as I did. I love the engines. The engines are awesome. The Red Bull cans, they made that thing.
Viking Army, we get together for soccer games, but we're a family. It goes with anything we do. The Flugtag, we added a few charities.
We have Covenant House. We have Just One Soccer League, which is our main one. We're helping out the Special Olympics. Everything that we do, a little extra always goes in helping out charities in need.
That dive by Viking Army member Luisa Rango was absolutely epic. Well, that'll do it for this edition of Red Bulls Insider. We'll be back again next month as the team makes their final push to the MLS Cup playoffs. I'm Tina Cervasio, and I'll see you right here next month on Red Bulls Insider. Take care, everybody.